All right, what's going on, everybody? It's Toby with Online Security, and we are back with another machine from HTB. This time, we are working with a box called Chatterbox. All right, Chatterbox is a pretty cool box. It wasn't too difficult. It wasn't extremely easy. All right, there was still some really good benefit out of this machine. For instance, secure access controls. Right, this box stresses the importance of secure access control and how this can prevent people from accessing sensitive data, sensitive information, or things that your administrator account should only have access to. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. I already have some of the scans done. For instance, our Nmap scans have already been ran. We use Rana's Nmap automator script here. And we can see that there are a few ports open, right? We have port 139 open, 9255, 9256, and 49154, right? 9256 and 9255 are pretty interesting, right? These are two pretty interesting ports. I've never seen them before prior to starting this box. If we look at the vulnerability scan, you can see that there's a service called AChat that's running on these boxes. Right, AChat is using those. Whoops, what happened? What did I do? Okay. Whoops, didn't mean to do that. So AChat is an application. It's a chat system, right? Hence the name Chatterbox. It's a chat application that's running on 9255 and 9256. This apparently is using HTTP. I tried to access this over the web and I wasn't getting anything, just a dead end. Let's see if we get anything this time. All right, just a blank page. Okay, so nothing really there right now. Now 9256, right? We do have SMB open. We can try to do Eternal Blue. I did try that, didn't get anywhere with it. 9256, if we did some Google Kung Fu on this AChat system, we get, let's zoom in here, we get this exploit back, right? A remote buffer overflow exploit. All right, let's open this up in a new tab. And this exploit is pretty much abusing a buffer overflow vulnerability in this application. This application has a buffer overflow, and the script is essentially taking this payload, right, this shellcode, and running it through that buffer. Okay, it's running it through the buffer, and this shellcode is actually executing a calculator. It's opening up a calculator executable. So what we're going to do is try to swap this out. Well, not that. Try to swap this shellcode out with something of our own. Instead of this payload, we're going to set up reverse shell. Right, we'll use the same syntax that they're using here, right? Taking out these special characters, setting the register, the format, and the architect. We'll still do that, but we just want to switch the shellcode out. Then we'll switch this IP address to point back to our AChat server on 10.10.10.10.74, and we should be good to execute this. All right, so let's go ahead and do that. I already have it, actually, now that I think about it. I have it here, 36025. But we can go ahead and do another one. I will move that to 36.backup. Right, and another thing to keep in mind, this script is using Python 2. So I'm just going to view raw, copy this. Then I'm going to wget that down. Okay, so that should download it again right here. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to nano this open because I find nano a bit quicker to delete things. Just gonna keep cutting this. I'm holding Control K. I just keep tapping K. Take that payload out. Put in our target server. I'm going to open up a new screen, and we are going to do this command here. Whoops, that didn't copy. But we're going to switch the payload. Let's do Windows shell reverse TCP. Okay. And actually, I'm going to do this in a new tab outside of tmux. So I can scroll up and down to copy this and then paste it into our script. All right. So I'm just going to copy this. Come back over here. Don't need that. All right, now we're just going to paste it right here. So now this is in our script. We already changed the IP address. And we are good to go. So I'm going to save that, close that out. Start up a netcat listener on port 123. Wait, what port did we use? Oh, so we didn't set that right, actually. That wasn't done correctly. Because I don't think we set a port. All right, this right here has the port set and the IP. Well, maybe we did, but I'm going to do this again, just in case. I think this is something I ran before, but just now I don't think we set that port. Yeah, we didn't. Yeah, this is it right here. We didn't set the host, the local host on the port. So let's do that. That means I have to come back over here and remove this again. Oh, I can just hold K. Cool. Make sure you don't delete anything that's not supposed to be removed. This is done now, so I'm just going to copy this. Whoops. I'm going to make sure this is set the right way. All right, cool. Let's come back and paste it. We should be good now. Okay, so now we're going to close that. Now we're going to set up this netcat listener on port 1234 because that is the port that we set in this payload, 1234. I'm going to switch over to my Python 2 environment and I'm going to run Python 2 in the script. Now boom, the script ran, ends with poof. We get a shell down here. I'm going to close this pane out so we have one to work out of. Next thing we want to do is, well, the next thing I tried to do after we got our initial access, I tried to do some privilege escalation, right? To enumerate for a privilege escalation attack. But I wasn't getting anywhere. I saw the AChat.exe service. Thought about swapping this out with a reverse shell. Don't have permission to that directory. Then look for netstat, try to see if there are any services running locally that we could try to manipulate. Didn't find anything there. And honestly, I went back. I was trying to go over to the users directory. Right, so I could download, transfer something over to the public folder, but for some reason I accidentally CD'd over to administrator. right? I was already in public. I had left public to check if I had access to Alfred or, wait, what was it? Alfred, who was it? Yeah, to check what was under Alfred. And then I wanted to go back to public, but for some reason I accidentally went to administrator. I usually don't go there, and I need to start checking, but I usually don't go there because it's typically locked down, right? But we do have access to the administrator directory. You can see, yeah, this is something that I uploaded earlier, but we do have access here. If we do ICLS on desktop where the root flag is, you can see that Alfred has access to this directory, right? Alfred has access to desktop. So if we go into desktop, and I think I already did it, but if we go into desktop, you are not going to be able to read this file just yet. I already did it, so it's gonna show. You won't have full access to this file. However, we can grant Alfred full access because Alfred has full permissions to the desktop directory. So all we got to do is run ICLS, the ICLS command. If you're not ICACLS, I'm sorry. If you're not familiar with it, it's a pretty cool command line tool we use to modify permissions. We can use it to grant Alfred full access to the file. Okay, he already has full access to it, but it still processes it. And now we can go ahead and read this file. All right, so you can go ahead and use the type command to open up that file, which I won't do on this walkthrough. But that's it, y'all. This was a pretty straightforward box. It wasn't too difficult. Maybe you got stuck when it came to fixing that exploit, right? Swapping out the shellcode and putting in the right one. The directions were in it. This could have been easily overlooked though. Probably tried to run this and you ran the payload sitting there trying to figure out what was going on if you didn't switch out that payload. But this is it. To prevent this attack, right, some countermeasures, we definitely want to upgrade from this service, right? This AChat service, honestly, I think it may be better to just get rid of it and use something else, something more secure. And then most importantly, we want to lock down the administrator's home directory. No one should have access to the administrator. For the most part, nobody should ever have access to that besides the administrator, right? The administrator account. So we need to lock that down. I was surprised to even be able to trip into that directory because it's usually locked down. Okay, so hopefully you enjoyed this walkthrough. Please, if you did, leave us a comment. Let us know how we did. Let us know if there's a particular box you want to watch. Don't forget to smash the like button, y'all. Please smash that like button so we can get this video and the rest of our videos in front of other people on YouTube. All right, y'all have a good one. Stay safe. Hold on to your loved one. Give them a fat kiss, and I will see you all later. Peace.